Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I talk about real estate investments, your and my life, and our path to financial freedom. Hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon. This video is going to be a little detailed, I hope. Okay, I've got my notes over here, so I'm going to go through them one by one. So you might want to take notes on this because you might be a current seller in the market looking to sell a property in Dubai, or you might be a buyer with an itch in your palm and you want to deploy money right now. You want to take advantage. You're one of those people who think that, this is a time where, I can move into the market, pick up a bargain, okay? To take some notes, I'm going to talk about how you can completely, remotely, without stepping foot in Dubai, sell your property or buy a property, okay? In Dubai, we call this a resale property, which is a ready property. It's not a primary sale from a developer. You can in Dubai buy a property from a developer as well, where you buy off plan under construction and then pay either a construction linked payment plan or a sometimes construction linked payment plan, as well as under the current scenario, a post handover payment plan where you take the key and then you continue paying the developer. The bank's never involved, the developer is financing your purchase. On this end, you are actually, I'm talking about a resale property in this video. I'm going to talk about buying straight from the developer in the next video, but I'm going to talk about the resale property in this one. I'm going to talk about how you can sell or buy your property completely online without stepping foot in Dubai, okay? Let's assume you're buying a property, and if you're selling a property, kind of like just reverse the process. But if you want me to make a video on how you can sell a property online, then hit me up in the comment section. I'll talk about that as well, okay? So let's assume you're buying a property, and after you've gone through the process, right? If you want the process that I advocate very strongly, 14 years of experience that I've encapsulated into a secret real estate secret map, then go to www.therealestatesecretsmap.com, download it, it's free. I'll take care of the shipping and handling. You just put in your details and get it for free, okay? So let's say you've done all your evaluation and you're at that stage where you've decided that this is the community I want to buy in. This is the, okay, let's not go there yet, okay? Let's just say that you've decided that you want to buy a property that is ready, okay? A ready property that has a tenant inside it and it is generating rental income from day one, the first day you have title in your name, okay? Now, if you download the realestatesecretsmap.com, or if you work with an advisor such as myself or somebody from my team who's an expert taking you through the process, or if you learn to do it yourself because it's all self-explanatory, then you know that the initial period is to assess several communities in several areas to be able to know which or where you want to buy, okay? Let's say, and then there's a lot of things that you can do actually to know and go through that. All you need is somebody doing that research for you, okay? You can't do this yourself if you're not based in the Dubai market, okay? Ideally, you need somebody who's a trusted advisor, who's on your side, is not looking to sell the property to you, so you can't be dealing with the seller's agent. You need to be dealing with the buyer's agent, somebody who's on your side, okay? And let's say now you've identified that one property that you want, or that one community that you want, or that one building that you want, and now you're actually looking at different apartments in that community or in that building that meet your pricing criteria. Okay, good. So let's say you figured it out and you're down to 2 or 3 properties, okay? Some of the things that then now you need to do, even if you're not based over here, you need to engage an advisor who can do a physical visit, okay? When the advisor who's on, see, remember this, okay? You can't rely on the seller. You can't rely on the seller's tenant who's in the apartment, and you can't rely on the seller's agent to make a video of the apartment and send it to you. You need your advisor who's in your corner, who has your best interest at mind. to do an actual physical visit of the property, right? And you can visit the property live with the advisor. You know, there's all these video conferencing services like Zoom, others that work in Dubai like Skype, etc. You know, you visit the property while he goes there, or you allow him to make a very detailed video. This takes like maybe an hour or so of his time, okay? Now, things are certainly strict during the extreme lockdown period, but as long as he can secure the necessary permit that allows him to go out, then it should be okay, okay? Second stage is, currently in Dubai, maintenance companies are still allowed. I don't know if inspection companies come under the same, but you need to pay for an inspection company to do an inspection for you, okay? And inspection companies in Dubai, the one that I use, they're pretty damn cheap for the kind of money that you're spending on a property. They charge you 1 dirham per square foot. That's literally 30 cents in terms of dollar per square foot. So if you're buying, for instance, an apartment that's 2,000 square feet, literally you're going to pay 2,000 dirhams to the property inspection company, which is peanuts, which is nothing, right? Makes a lot of sense. Now what you need to do is pay that money. That's literally $500, and they're going to go there and they're going to actually assess and inspect the property and give you a 70-page report. I use them a lot of times, especially for my investors, to make sure that we're making a good decision based on actual factual input that we're receiving from the engineers who are going in there and inspecting everything thoroughly. I'm talking about HVAC, ACs, electrical outputs, electrical wiring, not just a cosmetic way of looking, but actually detailed and going into depth. And then they give you a physical report, which I don't need to tell you, you're smart enough, we sometimes use for negotiation as well with the seller, right? So if there's certain damage, or if the air conditioning units need to be replaced, or heavy servicing coming out, you know, if it's a $4,000 or $5,000 expense that we're looking at in the near future, we're going to talk to the we're clearly going to talk to the owner, and we're going to settle that in the pricing when we're negotiating. Makes sense, right? Number 3, okay? So this is if when you're dealing with a experienced advisor, you can do this, okay? So as I talked about, we are going to identify a property which is currently rented, a tenant is already there, and we're going to get income from day one. Check this out. How do you verify that the tenant is there, is paying rent? Simple. You have to go through the documentation. You have to go through the documentation with a fine, what do you call it, like the comb, that you gotta comb through it, right? So in Dubai, it's very easy. You have something called an ijari, which is the tenancy contract that's registered. So obviously it's very easy. The tenant, if you want to make sure the tenant is in there and he's paying on time, the first thing that I would do is ask for the tenancy contract, the ijari, the passport copy, and the visa page, and the Emirates ID of the tenant. Now obviously, if I'm going to buy this property, I want to do this due diligence, and the seller should have no problem sharing this information with us, because that tenant, after I buy the property, is going to become my tenant, or your tenant per se, and so it's not a big deal. So after I receive these 5 things, I verify the ijari online with the Dubai government. See, Dubai government's really online, so there's not a lot. I look at the passport, I look at the visa, I do a quick LinkedIn search to see that person's profile, and then I'll pick up the phone and I'll speak to the tenant, right? So if the tenancy contract, now because I've got 14 years of experience, I can ask the tenant in a few questions and assess and evaluate if it's a fake tenant, if somebody's lying to me, how long has he been there? If you want to go further down, like you can ask for the tenant. So let's say the tenant is renting the apartment in 4 bank checks, right? I'm going to ask the tenant to send me the checks. I'm going to ask the landlord to send me the checks, right? And then as a third, 4th step, I'm going to ask the landlord to send me the SMS notification of the tenant's check clearing, and perhaps even send his bank account statement. Like, there's nothing wrong, because here I'm going to buy a $500,000, $1 million, $2 million dirham apartment. and I want to make sure that I'm doing my due diligence properly, right? Somewhere here along the lines, you're also going to receive the title deed, which shows that the owner owns that property, and the passport copy. Now, the Dubai government has an online app called, I think it's called Dubai Rest, R-E-S-T, where you can easily go and validate the title deed is actually valid, because the title deed has the name of the owner, and if he's already sold it on to somebody and he's just got a copy, because you're obviously only going to receive a copy, then it's very easy for you to be able to get validated online through the government app, because you push that information to the government validates it and pushes it back to you and says it's valid or it's not valid. Okay, one of the things that you also need in Dubai to make a transfer happen are no objection certificates from certain departments, right? So if you're doing or buying an apartment in Dubai Silicon Oasis, you need one from the Dubai Silicon Oasis Authority, you need one from the developer's office, the actual developer of the building, you need one from the owners association sometimes, and a lot of times you need to physically be there. The owner, the seller, and the buyer needs to physically be there. Now, under the current circumstances, I'm pretty sure a lot of developers have probably already instigated or instituted online signature acceptance, and it's easy for them to do that. It's not rocket science. It's gonna get done pretty fast, and they're gonna release original NOCs. The thing is, with blockchain technology, like, we don't even need to go to blockchain technology. With QR codes, it's so easy to verify that the document is actually original and not copied and still valid, right? So these NOCs are gonna get taken care of online. Now we come to the actual transfer, okay? Where the title deed is going to get issued into the new person's name, and the money is going to get transferred to the seller, okay? Generally speaking, most of the time, it's actually a manager's check, which you go to the bank, you prepare a actual manager check where the bank puts the money on hold and issues you a check in the name of the seller, okay? Now here, that physical transaction needs to take place, but give it a month or 2 months, you will see that the Dubai government, if this thing continues, is going to adopt pretty fast. Where either the Dubai government, I don't know, the real estate agency talks about introducing an escrow account where a seller, where an owner can transfer funds to the Dubai government for a pending transfer, so that the government can hold the money in escrow and then release it to the seller once they have the seller's go ahead. So the new title deed gets issued to the buyer, and the seller gets their money, and the seller obviously gets their money in the bank account. But while they're transferring the property, the seller has the confidence that the government has completely certified that the money is there. Now, obviously, this is not something new. If you want to do a transfer, you can also do it without being present. You don't need this sea outbreak situation to be there. You can have a law firm, right, do the entire thing for you. So for instance, people like who's that famous footballer from David Beckham, right? When they buy property in Dubai, they don't fly down themselves. They've got a law firm doing it for them, right? When people like the Ambanis buy villas or property in the Palm Jumeirah or luxury property in Dubai, they don't fly down in there to Dubai, right? They've got law firms who do the entire procedure for them. The only issue with law firms for one single property, and if you're not a multi-billionaire or if you're not David Beckham, they're kind of on the expensive side because they charge you for their services, right? They're not these services aren't common, okay? Last but not the least, so I've covered pretty much everything. Maybe a few things have been left out, but I'll cover them. If you have specific questions in the comments, just ask. If you have specific questions, just put that in the comment section and I will reply. If you want to know how to buy a property that's ready with rental income, hit me up. Now's the time. I can get you real super deals. I swear to God, today I sent out across a message to, hi, I don't know if I should say this. I sent a message across to the world and I said, listen, I've got a cash buyer, which is the truth. We're looking at heavy discounts on what properties that you can sell right now to us as a developer. And one developer responded and he said, what are you looking at? I said 30 to 40% off the list price, believe me. And he said, let me know what I can do for you. Okay? So listen, I'm excited because change is coming. I think the agent business is not going to remain the same. And I'm excited looking forward, right? Okay. And I think the Dubai government's really in an amazing place to adapt to the change. They're doing an amazing job the way they're handling the sea outbreak. They're doing wonderful. I want to tell you, now's not the time, but there's tons and thousands of expats who are stranded here, and the Dubai UAE government has said, look, don't worry, you don't need to just rush home. If you have any issues, if you got fever, if you got a problem, we're gonna take care of you over here, right? So I'm blessed to be in this country. You'll see a lot of online stuff happening quick. Real estate is gonna be happening. We're gonna get to a new norm, and then you'll see the market's gonna start operating again, okay? Don't miss out on this opportunity. Get in when you can. Hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon. Come on, man. Hit me up with some questions. I love to answer them. Talk to you soon. Talk to you on the other side. Bye.